A Tucson man is trying to put his life back together after being accused of a serious crime. He says his ex-wife filed a false report. Then the Pima County Attorney's Office had his summons mailed to the wrong address. News 4 Tucson Sam Salzwedel has tonight's investigation.
Tucson doesn't have photo radar anymore, but when the city did, offenders could expect a process server to knock on the door in person. That's for a civil traffic citation. A grand jury indicted a man on felony charges. He was treated like a fugitive because he didn't get a letter in the mail.
I found out a grand jury indicted me when I got picked up by the cops.
When Thomas Bray separated from his ex-wife, she told police he was sexually abusing her 4-year-old daughter. On May 16th, the court sent his summons to the address provided by the Pima County Attorney's Office by regular U.S. mail.
I don't know how they serve it to an address instead of a physical person, but they did.
Bray missed his arraignment in court. He didn't find out until he moved to Texas.
Did you move to Texas because you were indicted?
No, I didn't have any idea about it, and then cops were at my job.
The County Attorney's Office Special Victims Bureau chief wrote in an email, when a case is indicted, there are really only two options, an arrest warrant or a summons. When we ask the court to summons a defendant rather than issue an arrest warrant, the summons is sent to the defendant's last known address. When an arraignment date arrives and a summoned defendant is not present, the court sometimes continues the hearing and other times it issues a warrant. The judge issued a warrant. Bray's bond was set at $100,000. He spent months in jail.
I lost my car, my apartment, accrued a massive amounts of debt, electric bill, everything you can think of, I lost.
He fought the high bond and was eventually released.
I couldn't get the pay that I was used to because I was still under felony indictment.
Richard Luigi is a criminal defense attorney who specializes in sexual abuse cases.
You can't prove it didn't happen. So you're never certain that it didn't happen, and that's one of the things that makes these allegations so dangerous if they're false.
Bray's case was dismissed with prejudice, meaning the charges can't be refiled.
Because the judge is of the opinion that there was absolutely no basis for it. And that, as I say, that's a very rare situation.
The county attorney's office stated if, after a case has been charged, additional information leads us to conclude that we no longer have a reasonable likelihood of proving the case beyond a reasonable doubt, then we cannot continue with the prosecution. Luigi says false claims in domestic disputes are not uncommon.
There are some domestic attorneys, very few, but some who will make allegations of domestic violence or child abuse in virtually every one of their cases.
These allegations are so serious that it will destroy your life in half a second.
Were you presumed innocent?
No, not even a little bit. I was guilty till proven innocent.
Even without a conviction, Bray's still recovering, hoping to provide for his family again. Luigi says since 1988 he's never seen anybody prosecuted for the misdemeanor of falsely reporting sexual abuse. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email investigators@KVOA.com or call 955-4444. Investigating for you, Sam Salzwedel, News 4 Tucson.